2, 1.
So, Pete, that's the formal business all done. Now we can sit back and relax and talk to our YouTube followers,
Excellent.
which is a total of
1.
0.
Well,
are you following us?
That'll be YouTube follower.
Follower.
Yes.
Yes.
No, it's views.
Views.
Well, I
yeah,
like
we
that.
need
YouTube,
the views. We need the
YouTube
clicks.
views.
We need the views.
And it's up to you to give us the views.
Yes.
So if you're watching,
Yeah.
make sure you click, and we'll pop up your links and that. I'll get them off you. I'll get you to send them across, and we'll pop them in lower thirds or something like that, and so people can check out what's going on and that. So what are you doing for yourself these days, Pete?
Well, I didn't mention before, but this is all I do. I just do acting now.
Yep.
So I do a lot of corporate stuff.
Yep.
And I've been living off acting for nearly 15 years.
So you're actually feeding yourself. So what's that, salada biscuit?
I used to
What do you
be
get?
probably
Tuna?
230 kilos.
Cat food?
Can't afford raisins. But
No.
well, I didn't know until recently you were saying that when you do ads that you can keep getting paid for, like, if you don't have
Resids.
Yeah, I had no idea that's how it works.
Residual on commercials?
Yeah.
On commercials. Yeah, look, everyone wants to be in film or in theatre, and I totally agree. And I'm not going to say people shouldn't have that ambition. But the only way to live in this industry is by doing all the other stuff. And some people say you're selling out by doing a commercial. I don't think those people have ever done a commercial.
Yeah.
You know, commercials.
Mind you, you are telling people to beware of government commercials, I believe.
Yeah, because if you're seen in a bad light in a commercial, you.
Like doing
I've got to be careful what I say,
for the
because if you're
federal
seen in a bad
government-
light of doing a commercial, you may not get any work. It's like that poor young girl that put the ice cream in the kids.
Commercial.
Yeah.
Which one's that?
It was a government sex thing or something.
And I saw the feedback from that, and people were saying that was disgusting, that girl did the wrong thing. But what they didn't understand was this poor girl, it was an actor taking direction that she was given.
Yeah.
And she did that job, and she did a fantastic job because she followed the direction. Unfortunately, the general public looked at it, that was a terrible commercial, and they just remember that girl.
So it's more the subject matter than anything.
So you would say casting agents would go, oh,
Well,
maybe.
I always feel that casting directors need to be wondering.
Sorry.
Pete's talking.
See, I got a beard like that too.
I know, that's all right.
Casting directors, I feel that they need to be careful that they want the work, but to cast somebody in a commercial that may come back to bite that actor or actress or child actor or whatever could cost them a few years of work.
And I remember there was an ad years ago, it was on domestic violence, and there was a guy involved in it, and he goes at the end, he can get on a train, there's that bastard that picked on that poor girl, and he goes, had nothing to do with it.
A friend of mine did it. A friend of mine did it, and he's now in England. He went to Canada, and he gets work over there, but he told me his story, and he said he had people wanting to beat him up because he was...
It's not real, it's TV. Wombat and Goose don't even exist. They're nobody.
It just means that the person playing that character did a great job.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Any villain that's hated is because they've done a great job, isn't it?
Well, I always told my students, if you are the villain in a show, be the best villain.
Yeah.
Be the best villain. Don't think, oh, I'm the villain and people are going to hate me. You know, people love a villain.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
If they're real.
Yep.
And our job as actors is to take the story that the writers have given and make the character in that writing real.
Yep. There you go.
Right, so what's a villain, in your opinion, if you go, I love that as a villain? I guess that everyone loves it. Who's the villain you love? Like, I love Bane. Who's the villain that you go, this guy's really nasty, but he's great?
Apocalypto.
Ah, The old man?
No.
The
son.
Almost.
Apocalypto.
That is one of the best films I've ever seen, Apocalypto. Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson. And that's one of the best things Mel ever did.
Yep.
I don't like some of his other stuff.
Yeah.
But...
Wow, that's a good villain. He's nasty.
I love him.
He's just a nasty guy.
Do you know what? I love to hate him.
Yes, yeah.
And I've watched Apocalypto so many times.
Same.
But I love to hate that character. And I keep saying, he's such a good villain.
Yeah.
He's such a good villain.
You watch it so many times, you know, the ending's never going to be different.
Yeah, but you just go, oh, excuse the language, he's a boss. Like, this guy really is a boss.
You can drop a bomb here, unless it's going to kill your career.
I don't swear.
Yep.
But I play characters that do.
Yep.
And I've got an alter ego called Terry.
Yep.
And when I do all my role play work, they introduce me as Terry.
Okay.
Terry is a bastard. But it gives me permission to actually...
Yeah. So how do you psych yourself? Because when you're on the set of Hoodlums, and Big Dan Reed was there, you could see him, and we were as the extras at the back there. You see him before they start filming, he goes, and he's got this bit of it, and then he's on the phone, and it's fight. But it's funny, just sitting back from the back, watching them get into that. What motivates you to how do you get into your Terry? Just like that.
Just like that.
Yeah. It's all compartmentalised. Yeah. He's got this character in this box and this character in that box.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep. Yeah. Yep.
It's so true. And because I play Terry, I've been playing Terry for years now.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, and all the role play work I do conflict resolution training.
Okay.
And
so Terry makes a few.
I've told them that.
Do you actually get a payroll for Terry as well? Do you put two people down? For
No, I wish I did.
The shot.
Hey, work for Sybil. Not Sybil. Was it?
Yeah, it was Sybil.
Sybil, yeah.
Sybil, yeah.
What's Sybil?
Not the one from Faulty Towers.
No. Well, I was thinking Sybil Shepherd.
But that company I work for, they introduced me as Terry.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay.
They go, oh, you're going into that room, and there's a guy in there by the name of Terry.
Yeah.
So you're in character the minute you walk in that room.
Yeah.
Yep. And you don't break.
No, it's like I work today. I did work for Deakin today, and I do a lot of doctor training and stuff. And I remember the facilitator said to me today, "Oh, are you right? I shouldn't be talking to you." I said, "No, you're right." Because the moment, no, it wasn't Terry today. The moment that I had to switch on to the character, I was there.
Okay.
The people get amazed when they see, geez, he really changed, and that's what an actual actor is or can do.
The biggest compliment you can get was, I really believed you.
Wow.
You know, I really believed you. It wasn't like I was working with an actor.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between training and learning that you're not acting.
Yep.
If you say, oh, I've been acting all day, then I don't think anyone would believe you if you were in that role. You know, I've been playing a character today. I've been such and such.
You're immersed in it. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So have you ever had... sorry, go.
No, I was just going to say, so, you know, it's a bit like... what's the thing? The movie world, you know, people working at movie world and stuff like that. Yeah. All the characters. I'm Superman or whatever sort of thing. But has anyone ever come up and kicked you in the shins?
Yes, but it was a little girl because I was talking to this lady who was a nan, and she didn't like me talking to her. And she was about 2 years old. And I said, she just kicked me.
So how did that even happen? Like, what were you doing?
I got a friend, Vicky. I was around her place, and she was looking after her grandchild, and her grandchild, they were playing and on the floor and everything, and I interrupted. And this little, I suppose she wouldn't have even been two.
Oh, well, then the kick went whack. The kick wouldn't have hurt that bad.
Did Terry come out then?
I was too shocked.
So, you were going to ask another probing question.
Yeah. So,
where's your gloves when you're asking these questions?
So what would be, like, apart from being kicked in the shins, what would be one of the scariest things that you've done or seen when you go, man, I never want to do that again, or
look,
that was amazing, I want to
there
do
is
it
absolutely
again?
nothing I wouldn't do it again. I wouldn't do again. I was on a show called 000 Heroes, and I played a guy by the name of Gary who nearly drowned in his car. True story. And they were doing the role play of it, so the replay of the whole thing. And I was in this car in a tank of water,